So if you've ever wondered how to scale a Facebook ad, this is exactly what I'm going to do and break down for you right now. So let's jump over to Ads Manager, because I think the most important thing that we have to figure out is how do we set up an effective ad first, then we can scale, and then how do we know what is quote unquote scalable and what we should be spending more time in and doing that. Okay, so let's look at the anatomy of what makes this campaign quote unquote successful. So I'm gonna break down everything in this video that makes this campaign successful, and then we'll talk about how we scale it, because this part of it's gonna be very, very simple. You just gotta pay super close attention to a couple of the details. What we're gonna do is go ahead and hit the create button. You're gonna choose sales. I like the manual campaign. That's gonna get you to this point that we're at right now, which is what this campaign will look like. I'm gonna go ahead and hit the edit button here. Inside of here, we have it as website. I honestly would be testing website and shop, but we've had this campaign and this setup for a very long time, so I'm just not trying to rock the boat. However, maybe something to really look at, because we've been seeing some really good success here. Now, important thing to note, in ads, it is all about testing your creative to the right audience. Well, you'll find out the audience is very simple here. It's very, very easy, and I'll show you exactly what to do. But the point for the advertising and how they get better is the creative. That is, I mean, Facebook is a creative platform, so you have to create engaging content. The best way that we know and that we've had success with to test is to turn on dynamic creative. I'll show you what that means in a second, but make sure that it's toggled on. Scroll through here. We do exclude purchases. We honestly have been moving for 180 days right now. We'll probably move that to more like 30. This is a clothing brand. Hopefully that's why you're watching this video. If not, you can still get some value, but we focus on clothing brands, and 30 days is a good exclusion to still go after new customer acquisition. So age, gender, location, 21 to 64, that's really our range. If you don't know your range of customers yet, you may be brand new or just now scaling an ad for the first time, choose 18 plus. Facebook will figure it out. But age, gender, location, open targeting, broad targeting. Long story short on the broad targeting, how does it work? Facebook targets through the creative, through your headlines, through your primary text, through everything else that it can see online that you own, that is first party data, and so it's defining that audience for you from that. This is everything else. We also have it set up as 7-day click, 1-day view. All right, that looks great. This is what dynamic creative lets you do. Honestly, not a big fan of these graphics, but they're making money, so I'm just leaving them. They're a test that we're doing. It's like, which graphics do we want to be the best? Which model is the best? So we're only testing one thing at a time here, and right now it's just literally which colors of this that say fall phase are doing well. And we have some winners here. Like I said, not a big fan of it, me personally. However, we decided to run with this test and keep going down this rabbit hole, and this is what worked. At this point, the client is happy, they're making money. That's what we're rolling with. Headlines, this is what it's gonna do, is 2 headlines. We have a primary text here, 2 primary text, and you don't have to necessarily have a description. You can do it if you'd like. Sometimes it doesn't even show. But what it will do is it's gonna take the best pieces of creative. It's gonna take these 4 pieces of creative and put primary text on there, put headlines on there, and create the best combination of an ad. Now the question is, everybody's like, okay, I set up the DCT and I'm scaling this up, and you can see here that, all right, everything is green, check marks, ready to go. We have a triple whale UTM in there. Make sure if you have triple whale that you have the UTM in here. If you're spending more than $100 a day on ads, please go check out triple whale. They have new pricing structure, so you can actually get in for like $100 a month or something like that. It's a no-brainer. We are partners. I think you can get an additional 15% off if you use the link in the description down below. So just check that out if you're spending more than $100 a day on your ad. We do get a kickback. I'm not gonna try to tell you that we don't, but we are big advocates for them. So that's the setup. We have 85 purchases. We have $30 cost per purchase, which is, I mean, extremely profitable for us, not only just on the front end, but also from the lifetime value of our customer. We know that in like literally in 90 days, we're gonna make over a couple $100, and then in 6 months, we're gonna be about $400 or $500. So to acquire the customer, it's very, very possible to do for 30 bucks. We could actually do it for about 45 or 50 and still be profitable. All right, now before we get into the scaling part, it is the most important. Please do not skip the whole first part of the video. It is important to have the right setup. But also, if you are a clothing brand and are still trying to figure out exactly what you need to do to grow your brand to that next level, you can schedule a free 45-minute strategy session with us by clicking the link in the description down below. Pick a time in the calendar that works best for you. There are limited spots, but this is my call out for you clothing store owners, and we'd love to see you on the other side. All right, now let's get into scaling. Right here, we're gonna hit this breakdown button. This is going to give us a little bit more information. Going to hit image, video, and slide show. I'm going to choose the lowest cost per purchase, the highest ROI, and the most volume. That's what I'm looking at here. So where I like this one right here, $126, get rid of it. That one is not working. $28 for 47 purchases, $28 for 33 purchases. We may have 2 winners here. So what do we do? How do we get these winners into the right spot? Well, there's 2 ways to do it, and I'm gonna do it live here. Facebook may not do it correctly, but I'm gonna show you 2 ways to do it. One way may or may not work. So I'm gonna go ahead and hit Facebook post with comments. It will also tell me the winners here. Facebook chose this one as well. We got some good social proof. Okay, gonna go ahead and hit the date and time here, and then it should be everything up until this point. There we go, this is what we want. I hit it twice just so you know. That's gonna hit the post, all right? And then I'm gonna go back over to campaigns. I'm gonna create a new campaign. Or actually, I could really do it inside of here. We have one that, like, if you have enough budget, you could do it inside of here, but we're gonna go, this is still broad, and this is our scaling campaign. All right, go ahead. You can do prospecting. I like prospecting as well. So how do we make this work? We don't turn on dynamic creative. We leave website and shop. Everything else we leave the same as previously mentioned throughout the video. So make sure if you need to, you can go back to that. But the ad level, what we're gonna do is create an ad. We're going to hit using existing posts. We're gonna hit enter post ID, Command V or Control V, however you use it, if you have a Mac or not. Hit check, and perfect. We have the same social proof. What happens here, it keeps social proof, it keeps all the learning. Facebook gets all of the data that it needs. Perfect. Use this, so make sure you choose a selected platform. Okay, fully optimized, ready to go. I'm not gonna change anything. This was our best headline, this was our best primary text, this is all of our social proof, and we're ready to go. Now, that was one. Let me show you another one. Okay, so I got back over here to the previous campaign that was winning. I'm gonna go ahead and hit edit, share, Facebook post with comments, and this is how I do the second one. Let me double check, this is the other winner. We had this one, 33. Okay, so again, Facebook gave it to us. Go ahead and hit this September 20th, and then I hit it again, and it gave us the post ID. So maybe that's a trick. There you go. I don't know, usually you should be able to do it easier. Now it's like this. So then we'll go back over here, and this is not just the teal, this is, we'll call it more like gray fall faves. Use existing post. I'm gonna enter the post ID. I'm gonna change everything here. Perfect. All right, now everything's ready to go. Don't need to change anything else. This is all good. Just kind of make sure that this is labeled correctly, and then you would hit publish. So that is exactly how you would scale that campaign. However, a lot of people don't realize that if you put this all into one campaign, you want to continue to increase budget, and it will divide the budget between what's working, between your DCT, your dynamic creative testing, and your scaling campaign. If you don't have a ton of budget, or if you really can't make both of them work with the post IDs, then create the post IDs as a second campaign. It's completely up to you. Best practices, I love it in one campaign. As you really start to scale, you probably want to do it as a separate one, but you can't go wrong either way. Now, if you're a person who needs help with coming up with good creative for your ads, make sure to go watch this video next. All right, see you guys in the next video. P.S. Please make sure you subscribe. We drop new content for you every single week. All right, bye y'all.